Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another daily and weekly build and construction video in Azur Lane, and we're in the middle of the Enigma and the Shark rerun. So I thought it'd be fun, while we're going over some news and developments over the past week or so and what's going to be coming in the next couple of weeks, to do the final grind together. You can see I have 59 of 60 clears for SP3, so at long last, we're here, the final run, home stretch for the little garlic shark. Figured we could do it together and just talk about a couple of things. For those of you that are just interested in the daily pulls, I totally understand. I will add chapters to the video so you can skip ahead if you'd like to, but we are going to be covering a bunch of stuff that's upcoming and a bunch of stuff that dropped in the past week or so. Alright, so SP3, the final run here. These are the teams that I have ready to go. As you can probably tell, they are mostly comprised of HMS Vanguard. I am currently grinding for Cheshire right now, so that is why I have completely full HMS Royal Navy Vanguards here, and I just selected ships that more or less I just need to either level up or gain some affinity for, so that's how I mostly chose them. Backline was otherwise kind of random, and then usually basically just picking one powerful backline ship to minimize on the oil cost. Still took a pretty big hit to the old oil tanks that we've got, but you know what? It saves ourselves some cubes for actually trying to pull for the garlic shark. And again, I missed out on U-110 the first time around, so this is essentially my opportunity to go ahead and get her for free, which is great. It's also a little bit of, again, a cooldown event, which lets us stock back up on those cubes, because we've been taking hits left and right, so being able to just sit back and reap the benefits of the daily pulls and the daily missions and everything else is quite the godsend. So, also, in addition to the garlic shark, of course, Mikasa and Hiei are currently running. There's a banner for the War God's Return on Raid Up. So if you're missing either of those two beautiful ships, it is definitely worth doing dailies on that banner. By the time this video goes up, I don't actually know if that banner will still be up, maybe like a day or two. Thankfully, I have them both, so I don't really need to worry about that. But the skins for both of those ships are also returning. Hiei has some of the best 2D skins in the game. They're not live 2D, but they're absolutely gorgeous, and Mikasa has some very cute ones too, as well as a new one that is her kimono. So we'll be taking a closer look at those a little bit later as well, just so we can evaluate them. I don't actually have them myself, so it's something to consider potentially getting. I'm definitely tempted on diving into those. So of course they also announced that Operation Siren is going to be hitting by the end of December. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is a mode that was announced way back. Essentially was advertised as kind of the end game content. Like, you have the late story levels as currently what the late game content is. Some of the PvP people would consider to be somewhat late game content as well. But they wanted to have a mode dedicated to bringing out your best and commanders having their highest ranked ships going out and doing some damage. And that's what Operation Siren is intended to be. And as I understand it, it's going to be using something called action points in order to actually engage and go into the maps themselves. There's going to be a new UI and everything else, but action points instead of oil. So it's not going to be based on oil cost, which I think is really nice. So you're going to want to go in with fully decked out fleets in order to survive, because it is going to be on the difficult side. I think the highest level content is like 128 or so. Something like that is what I read. So definitely look forward to that. We'll definitely try to cover some of that too with the fleets that we have. It's a little intimidating, but we've been leveling up, and so hopefully we'll be prepared for it. The action point thing is pretty nice. You gain action points. It's like stamina, basically. You gain action points over time, and they just recharge, and you can use them. You get like 1 action point per 10 minutes, and like the entry level of going into Operation Siren is like 20 action points. And again, if you need to get action points, there are apparently ways that you can burn up some items or maybe burn up some oil in order to get more action points. So it is possible to actually get more action points rather than just waiting over time. So that's pretty exciting. Again, this is supposed to be for veterans of the game, late game content for grinding top tier gear, new types of gear, and as well as some exclusive ships. So not sure how the ranking or anything else is going to go. Also not sure when Guild 2.0 is going to come. I don't know if that's necessarily paired with Operation Siren, but it does seem like Hopefully that's like the next thing on the horizon. Now, in addition to Operation Siren, they are going to be buffing an assortment of older ships in the game, which is super, super exciting from a rebalancing standpoint. You know, you wish more games did this in general. Oftentimes they tack it onto some sort of a mechanic or some sort of new currency to keep older units or, you know, first generation units a little bit more current. And they're just straight buffing them. They're straight rebalancing them. It kind of reminds me of Fate Grand Order a little bit, because Fate Grand Order does that sometimes as well. They're not retrofits. I mean, they could tie them to retrofits, but they didn't. They're just doing a flat-out buff, which is exciting. And those ships could still get retrofits in the future. And of course, one of the ships that's getting buffed is Atago. The Takao class in general is getting buffed, which is really exciting. A bunch of fan favorites are getting buffed. So I've seen some conflicting reports about the actual buffs themselves. I've seen a couple of different lists, so I don't know if it's finalized yet. But I know that the English Twitter will certainly actually just put out the whole list once it's actually ready. So, you know, we can cover some of that once it's like officially announced. But yeah, I've seen some conflicting results, so I don't know if it's actually finalized or what the final tally is or anything like that. But it's exciting. It's very, very exciting. Breathing some new life into some older ships, and then being able to deck them out and use them for Operation Siren, which again should be an exciting prospect. I have a lot of late game like powerful high level ships, so hopefully it'll be enough to make a dent in Operation Siren. We're gonna go in. We'll probably go in blind and maybe record it and put out a video. If anybody is interested in actually seeing that and some Operation Siren content, we'll certainly check it out and hopefully not get completely hosed by whatever is waiting for us in the depths of Operation Siren. It's very intimidating. But anyway, still looking forward to it nonetheless. Hope all of you are having a safe holiday in preparations for the holiday anyway. It's quickly approaching. 2020 kind of... It felt like both a long and a short year with everything that's going on in the world. You know, I think long just because we're stuck in our homes in a lot of cases. Short just because I feel like not a lot happened in terms of, well, a lot happened, but not maybe in your personal lives. I feel like not being able to travel and not being able to do a lot of things just restricted everyone's ability to, experience a lot of like new things. You had to be creative about it, which hopefully all of you were, and made the best out of 2020 that you could. But yeah, so Christmas is quickly approaching. You know, it's just around the bend, which, I don't know if Operation Siren is the only thing that's going to be hitting towards the end of December. I feel as though they could probably sneak in an event too. A lot of people have been waiting for a rerun of Ashen Simulacrum. They've been chanting for more Ashen Simulacrum, so we'll have to see. I mean, I don't know. I certainly would love to see it return, and hopefully that is in fact the case. At least, if not by the end of December, maybe early 2021. That'd be nice as well. So here we go, getting the final run out of the way, and that is going to let us snag our Garlic Shark. And since we're on the topic of Operation Siren, I did just want to mention, because they just revealed it today, that Hiryuu Meta is going to be the first Ashes character get dropped into the game. The first Alter version we've seen in the story. Certainly Alter or Ashen or Meta Enterprise, Meta Takao, and now we're getting Hiryuu Meta, who is actually going to be obtainable through grinding Operation Siren. As I understand it, it's going to be very similar to a raid boss as you would have in a lot of other game modes, but essentially you'll complete the first story chapter of Operation Siren. That unlocks Ashes Showdown, and then you get these Ashes coordinates to actually find the Ashes characters, to challenge them, defeat them, and earn these things called sync points that you'll ultimately be able to use to actually get the characters themselves. So they are free, you can grind them. How involved the grind is going to be, we're going to have to see, but it is exciting that we're getting this new mechanic. But it's been a long time coming. I'm actually really excited for the prospect of something like a raid boss in the game. I think it's pretty overdue, and I think this is going to scratch an itch for sure as far as a challenge in the game. So I'm excited for it, and I'm certainly excited to see additional meta versions, Ashen versions, whatever you want to call them, of fan favorite ships. Hiryuu herself looks fierce here, and I'm definitely looking forward to future designs of the Ashen / meta ships. So here she is. Let's go ahead and collect her right now. U-110, new ship for me. Roar! U-110 is a shark. Fear me. Mess with me and I'll bite you. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, let's lock her in and start training her. And like I said, some of the skins returned for Mikasa and Hiei, as well as U-110. So the Kleiner High skin has come back, which is really cute with the shark theme, of course. She's sitting on, like, it looks like an inflatable shark or a whale shark. She has the little shark in her hat, which is, I guess, kind of like a beanie with a little shark fin on it. So it's a very cute, wholesome look. We've got a whole bunch of Hiei skins that made a return, and all of them, each one is absolutely gorgeous. I myself didn't get any of these, so I'm tempted to buy them now, because, again, I think the artist does a wonderful job. I've gushed over them when they were first revealed, I'm sure, so if you're really interested in hearing me rant and rave about these skins, then I'm sure you could find the video. And then we've got Hamikaze making a return with a very cute look, too, very bookish look, and then we have Mikasa looking very smart in her uniform, got that flowing cape behind her. I really like Mikasa. I like that she's the kind of the grandmother ship and has kind of a complex about it. It's very cute. And Blossom Viewing Season. This is a new skin for Mikasa that's dropped, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at the floral pattern. Look at the seagull imprints and the sea motif on her kimono itself. And then, or the outfit itself, and then she has the fan. It's kind of weird because you have the cherry blossom branches. It looks like they're actually coming from underneath the umbrella, which I don't know if that was deliberate. It's kind of an interesting choice. She has her flowing ponytail kind of swinging out in front of her with the tie there. It's very, very beautiful and very fitting for the grandmother of the Sakura Empire. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut to those daily pulls that I'm sure some of you have been waiting for. They are light construction pulls because, again, I was doing the grind for the little garlic shark, and I don't need any of the War Gods return ships, so passing on that, just taking a light construction, see if we can't grab a Swift Shore or two, which is what I need for limit breaking. But, you know, besides that, we'll cut to that right now, and then we'll come back to watch the rest of the daily pulls, and that'll wrap up the video. So, see you all in a little bit. And of course, I myself just did light constructions because I do plan on grinding the event. So let's go ahead and finish all. We are looking for a Swift Shore or two. I do need a couple of copies for limit breaking. Could save me some gold bullion, so that would be nice. We're going to start things off with a Mogami. Would be nice to get at least one SR in this batch, but I guess we'll see. Oh, there's Glasgow. They did announce that... oh, Tamarare, nice. They did announce that... oh, and there's the SR. Wow. That's Aurora, who is great, of course, but don't need her. I have her max limit broken, but still, nice to see her. Nice to have her make an appearance. At the very worst, she is some exchange medals for us. Now, they did announce that the War Gods Return is going to be returning, or at least the limited rate-up banner. So just please bear that in mind. If you do not have Mikasa or Hiei, this is going to be your opportunity to get both of them. They are going to be rated up on a banner that's going to be landing very soon. So you may want to save your cubes if you haven't. Alright. Honestly, that wasn't too bad. All things considered, we did get an SR. But we're just going to do one more to round out the weekly pulls, I think. This is the 11th summon, yeah. So this is the last one we need, and that's going to be a Beagle. No thanks, Beagle, but thanks for showing up anyway. Welcome back, and it's time to wrap up this week and wrap up the event. So we got 9 light constructions here. Let's just go ahead and get these out of the way. We've gotten the grind done. Hopefully the grind is going well for all of you that are going for the U-110. And hopefully you have plenty of oil to... oh, hello, St. Louis. I'm always pleased to see St. Louis, even though I don't need any more copies. But I might actually need an additional copy to fully display all of the skins that I have for her, but St. Louis, always one of my personal favorites through and through. A sight for sore eyes. There's little Belle baby here. Very cute. Okay, got Amazon. Sheffield. We're getting a lot of elites, actually. A lot of elite action in this 9 pull here. So far, they haven't really revealed anything else new. The Twitter, I would say. They have revealed a couple of... we got 2 Leanders here, wow. Got a couple of Christmas skins. I'm expecting a lot more of them to be revealed over the next week or so. So fingers crossed, if we get some nice Christmas skins, we'll definitely be going over those as well. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap up the Enigma and the Shark rerun. For those of you out there that actually needed to do the grind to get a copy, hopefully it went well for you. Or if you ended up pulling for her, hopefully your pulls went well and you got her right away. Save yourself some oil. My oil is hurting right now, as you can probably see. But thankfully, Operation Siren isn't really going to require a ton of oil, unless you're really grinding it out and you want to burn oil to buy those action points. So let me know in the comments below how you did on the Enigma and the Shark rerun, or if you ended up pulling for either Hiei or Mikasa or any of the War Gods Return ships. Wish you the best of luck, hope you got them right away. And if you're looking forward to Operation Siren, if you're all ready for it, if you've been grinding for it, if you've been leveling for it, upgrading your equipment, who you're planning on taking with you, all that good stuff. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Azur Lane content. We thank you all so much for watching and for taking time out of your day to spend with us. We really, really do appreciate it. Certainly hoping you're all staying safe, healthy, secure, and united out there, and wishing the very, very best for you, your family, and your friends. Have a very, very, very happy holidays, everyone, and until next time, let's protect those waters.